So first off, before we even jump into this conversation, I did not even know that the Flash was delayed. It's supposed to come out
Yes.
this year. They had this whole big promo in movie theaters and commercials and everything about DC taking over 2022 with all these DC films. I figured something was probably going to get pushed back because we had Aquaman, we had the Flash, we have the Rock's movie. What is that?
Black
Black
Adam.
Adam. Um, Something else was supposed to be there too. I forgot what it was, but it was like four movies this year from DC, and I knew it felt too good to be true. Oh yeah, Batman. So that sucks that it's being pushed till next spring. You said April of next year.
June 23rd, 2023.
Dude, wow. Jeez Louise. Well, since we're already talking about Ezra Miller, The Flash, what do you think about what's been going on with Ezra Miller as of late? Especially about the whole situation that happened in Hawaii, I believe it was.
I think he needs therapy. Like, all jokes aside, he needs to see a therapist. He has some anger management problems and control problems, and he needs to see a therapist because what he's doing is completely outside the norm.
So break it down to the people who might not know about what's going on here.
He was in Hawaii and decided to attack somebody who's doing karaoke, then decided to attack some people sitting by a pool, and then got arrested for it. And this is not his first incident of that.
See, this is my first time hearing about it. I just heard about it today. As of the time of this recording, I didn't know he had multiple situations where he was attacking and threatening people. I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. See, here's the one thing. I mean, like, okay, he's mental. He needs to see a shrink. Fine. But what I don't like is the fact is he's openly gay, which nobody gives a shit. Um, but the media, instead of just putting up photos of him as the Flash, they look for all the pictures of him cross-dressing or in makeup and things
Yeah.
like that. And they're like, "Oh, Ezra Miller went crazy." But kind of like that picture is meant to like add to the idea that he's crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? And I
Yeah.
just kind of think like that's a fucked up thing to do. Like, he's famous for the Flash, so know him as the Flash.
Yeah, don't try to bury him because he's gay and he dresses the way he wants. That's his personal business. Let him do what he wants to do. Don't try to put it
Yeah.
out there as to like add more fuel to the flame. It's kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous. I might seem like I'm under the rock with this one, but I didn't know he was gay. I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
really know much about Ezra, before all this. So this is all a shock to me. The whole thing with him threatening to kill a couple in
Yep.
Hawaii. It's weird. And like he was staying with the couple. It's like you're famous, you make money. Why are you staying with people? It was just kind of weird. And he stole their wallets. It's very weird. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. The guy has money. Why are you stealing wallets? Why are you threatening to kill people for what? I mean, like you said, he obviously probably has some mental thing going on. I know that's kind of the escape route that we all take when somebody has issues, but look at the state of the country, man. The state of the country has a lot of people who have mental health issues, man, especially since COVID started when everybody was stuck home. Um the world is crazy. A lot
He
of
just
people's
might be schizophrenic.
it may be, could be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and I also don't want to sound selfish, but do you think there's a chance that they might cancel the Flash?
No, there's too much money spent. Way too much money spent. No one wants to throw out that much money into the garbage. The thing is, they're still hyped for his movie,
Yeah.
but the problem is, it's becoming like Black Adam. We're waiting so long we don't care, and I think that that's what they're not realizing.
We're waiting so long, we don't care.
I don't care about the Black Adam movie because this has been announced since like 2009 or something ridiculous thing like that, or 2011,
Yeah.
where The Rock every like 6 months he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna be Black Adam. I'm gonna be Black Adam." I don't care. I don't care because I've waited too long.
I
You
kind of
know?
feel the same way about that movie too. It's like at first when I first heard about it, I was like, "Wow, The Rock, Black Adam, typical superhero movie, but this could be different for him. I'm interested." And then we just kept hearing about it for like what a decade at this point, and then it did get a
Yeah,
little like, "All right, can I just see it already?"
yeah,
I just want to see it. So Yeah, it sucks, man. I really hope that he gets the help that he needs. Ezra Miller. I loved him as Flash in the Justice League movie. I was
Yes.
really intrigued to see more of him. I was like praising his character. I love his personality that he brings to the character. Um, I'm pretty sure that if this continues, if he keeps acting the way that he's acting, this could be the last time we see him play Flash. I
Oh,
mean,
this
we're
is guaranteed the last time he's playing Flash.
for
But
sure.
think about it. From the Justice League, there's only two left.
What do you
Jason
mean?
Momoa as Aquaman,
Oh yeah,
and maybe what's her name again? Well, the Wonder Woman, Gail Gadot, Justice League.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're the only two left. Ben Affleck left. Ezra Miller's about to lose it. They say Henry Cavill's no longer Superman, but he's not sure himself. Jeremy Irons is no longer Alfred. Um, uh, Connie Nielsen, who played Queen Hippolyta, they killed her.
Yeah.
Um, it's just Ray Fisher was the first one out the door because he spoke some truth, and
You know
nobody liked
what?
that.
That is a good point. Like, what is the future of the Justice League or all those characters? What is the future of it? Because it seems like everybody's either, like you said, losing it, leaving, complaining about something, doesn't want to be there. Their time has passed. It's kind of worrisome. It's kind of
It, it's
worrisome.
it's pretty much as soon as Zack Snyder had to take care of his family because of the tragedy that happened,
Yeah.
they kind of wanted to kill that whole universe that he was building. And
And
I
I don't.
liked what he built.
Oh yeah, same here. I freaking love what he built. I love what he built. It's just it sucks because it's like we finally get something good from DC, and now I feel like, whoa, that time is done and over with. You had your fun. Like now it's trying to get back to reality. DC will probably never be what Marvel is in the movie theater, and that sucks because I love a lot of the DC characters. I love DC, and I just feel like not saying that I want DC to be Marvel, but I just want to get some great content, just like we get from the Marvel comics. I'm
I
just
kind
afraid
of
that we're
feel
not
with
going to get
Zack
that.
Snyder, DC started to have its own identity, you know?
Yeah,
And it was really starting to get good. It lacked a little humor in places, but they started to understand that they needed humor. And in
yeah,
Aquaman, it really started to come in and things like that.
yeah,
Even though that wasn't Zack Snyder directing, but it was still kind of that flow and energy from Zack Snyder.
yeah.
And I just kind of feel like it got tossed aside, and they're just going to reboot the whole thing.
I don't. That's the part that I'm worried about because I feel like with DC that's all we get is reboots, recasting. How many Jokers have we had in the past? Like what, 10 years?
Yep.
How many Batmans have we had? I just feel like I would love to get some consistency with the DC films, and I just feel like with the way things are happening right now, that's just not gonna happen. It's not
The
gonna
only
happen.
If you want consistency in DC films, you have to go to the DC animated universe.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like that is the only place that you're going to get some kind of consistency, and the only place you're going to get some quality like films or animated short movies or whatever like that. We're just not going to get it in the film world right now. I just don't see it.
I don't
Just
either.
don't see it. I think the only ray of hope that we have left is Shazam, and I know you don't like Shazam.
No, I love Shazam. I loved Shazam.
Oh, you like? Oh, I thought
I
you said you didn't like
love Shazam.
Shazam.
No, 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 no. It's Black Adam. Black Adam.
anything,
Because I don't care anymore. You know
anything The Rock is in, he's like, I
that
don't
that's
want
like
to see it.
it's like going to a restaurant, right? And they say, "Oh, they have the most amazing steaks," and you're sitting there for 90 minutes for a steak, and you're like, "You know what? I'm out of here. I'll go eat McDonald's. I can get it in 5 minutes." You know what I'm trying to say? That's kind of what it feels like. They're offering you steak, but you've waited so long, you'd rather a $1 burger.
Yeah, that is true. I feel you on that one. I totally feel you. Wow.
And unfortunately, they're going to do the same thing to Shazam. They're going to do the same thing to the Flash. They're going to do the same thing to all these characters. You know,
Yeah.
Aquaman is the only one that stands a chance, only because Jason Momoa was continuously in so many things. And so many women still have a crush on him. Hell, I know a
I
couple guys have a crush on him too.
yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I'll give him that much. I'm definitely in touch with my masculinity. I don't have to question that. He's a good-looking guy. Um I just hope that I think what's going to help DC right now is if we really start diving into these other characters, these other worlds that's within DC. I mean, they're kind of doing that with Black Adam. We'll see how that turns out. I think we need more characters. I think we can't keep leaning on Batman. We need some bigger. I mean, look what happened with Marvel. Tony Stark wasn't really known to be like the big guy in Marvel.
He wasn't.
Even though Iron Man is well known, he wasn't like the man like Batman or Superman. He wasn't the man, but they
He wasn't.
made him the man.
Yep.
And I think we need a character like that in DC. We need a character who's kind of known, but not the man or the woman, and really like give them some love. I think that's something that might help DC because if you really think about it, if Iron Man flopped, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
He wouldn't.
It's because of Iron Man as to why Marvel is what it is right
Yeah.
now.
The thing is, what they need to do is get away from the big three, which is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Get away from them and
Yeah.
pick other characters, other superheroes, you know? I mean, you could even go so far as start off with the character called the Question. Do you know that character?
Oh, that would actually be a good idea. Yeah.
Started out with the Question doing an investigation on the Justice League, you know? And then instead of specifically having the story about them directly, have the story about them indirectly, you know? And then at the end, he meets up with them or he discovers who they are and things like that. There's a
That
lot of ways
actually
you can approach it.
there is a lot of ways. The whole question is WB willing to put in the work, put in the effort?
No. They're even starting to kill their TV universe
Why you say that?
because the Flash after next season is up in the air. They killed Legends of Tomorrow. Batgirl has turned into a disaster.
I have yet to watch that yet.
Yeah, same. I've watched none of it. Thinking about it, I've watched none of it. I thought I
Well,
saw the pilot, but I remembered no, I didn't.
yeah.
Then you have Stargirl, which nobody talks about. Supergirl ended. Superman and Lois is going strong, but I haven't watched anything past the first 10 minutes of the pilot episode.
I think the problem with the DC TV shows, a lot of them just feel like CW shows. Like I feel like I'm watching a CW sitcom or something like that. It doesn't feel like a DC show.
Here's the thing. The Flash show makes Flash look stupid. You're the fastest man alive, and someone can escape you in 2 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, I actually used to like the Flash show. I used to. I think the first few seasons were pretty good. Same thing with Supergirl. They just I don't know. They just went in different directions. It just didn't feel natural anymore. Like the shows didn't connect with me like they used to when they first started off in like the first two seasons. So I fell
Plus,
off
he
hard.
marries his sister,
Who? Flash?
the Flash.
He marries his. Oh wait, did you just spoil something for me?
No. In the TV show, right? What happens is, remember, his mother gets killed, his father goes to jail.
Yeah.
So then the cop adopts him, right? So
Oh
he's raised as
yeah.
the cop's daughter. So he's been in love with his sister, his adopted
Yeah.
sister, his whole life, and he marries his adopted sister.
Wait. So I didn't even think about that. I knew that her father what's his girl's name again?
Iris?
Iris. So I knew that Iris' father brought him in. I didn't know she adopted him. Maybe I missed that detail.
Yeah, he raised them.
I have to go back and watch that because now you just got me. Now you got me thinking. I didn't even realize that. I've been watching this show for seasons, and I was not even thinking about it like that.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go back and watch season one. I gotta watch it because wow, I don't know. I
So
don't know what to say about
so
that.
then you look at the guy who played Cisco. He left the show. Tom Cavanaugh left the show.
Yeah.
Dr. Wells, he left the show. But then again, it's also getting a little like he kept popping up as different versions of himself like every season.
Yeah.
It was
That
kind of
was
like, what the hell?
that was getting a little like that was a little over the top. After a certain amount, I was like, all right, how many wells is there really? How many Earths are there? Because it was
Yeah.
like Earth 2, Earth 25, Earth 100. I'm like, all right, come on, this is getting a little overboard. I was really upset when Cisco left. I felt like Cisco added something to the show that
He
was
did.
just he added an energy to the show that I loved. I loved his character. He was somebody that I could relate to. Um, it really sucked when he left. It really did. I think around the time that he left is when I started slowing down with the show.
And also the one who played Nora Allen, their daughter from the future.
Yeah.
First of all, absolutely gorgeous. Second
Yes.
of all, super funny. And thirdly, like I could watch a show with her and Cisco.
Yes, hands down. Hands
Her and
down.
Cisco. I could
Yeah.
watch that show 100 times over.
Same here. Same here.
Um, yeah, and it's just kind of like I don't know, like the Flash just became something else.
It became blah. That's what it became. It became blah. I used to love that show. I watched it
Yeah,
religiously every single episode. I never missed anything. And then, like you said, once they started taking certain characters off, I'm just like, why? That character was the glue to the show. And maybe that character wanted to leave, I guess. But man, when certain people left, I didn't like it. When like I liked Wells when it was just the one Wells. When he started coming out with like maybe two or three extra ones, I was
no, I
okay
like
with it.
second Wells.
Second Wells, yes.
The second
Yes,
Wells is the one I
second
like.
Wells. Yeah. I liked him. He was he added just like Cisco, he added something to that team I felt like the team needed. And they
Yes.
started pulling all these parts out of it. I'm like, the team wasn't the same. Who's the new guy? Um the
Oh,
black guy,
Chester.
Chester. I do not like Chester. I don't
Um,
like him.
he would be better if he was paired off with someone a little more serious to go, hey, right down.
Yeah.
Kind of like an excited because he has the energy of an excited puppy,
Yes.
and I don't think that's the energy that character should have.
No. I 100% agree. I agree.
You know, like
I
it was cool at first, but after a while, you're like, can this puppy grow?
Yes, exactly. That is the best way to explain it. That's how I felt. I was like, all right, at first he was kind of cool. He added a little something different. It took me some time to get used to him, but then after a while, like you said, I was like, you're still the same? I mean, you've been
Yeah,
here for a while. Like you would think he would kind of just much I mean, I don't know. I was expecting something different from that character. I was expecting some kind of growth, especially after some of the stuff we saw with him and his father and things like that. I was
yeah.
expecting to see growth there. That didn't happen. And I'm like, all right, this character's boring me. He's just too overzealous, and I feel like he's like a kid. He's like a grown kid in the
Yeah.
show.
And the other thing is too, when they did all the crossovers for DC TV,
Yeah.
they never put Cisco in with the genius guy from the Supergirl TV show. Because I feel like those would be really
Yes.
funny going, what about this? No, 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 we need this. And if we get this and this together, we'll get this going. Like I kind
Yeah.
of feel like they missed that one scene that everyone will crack over going, oh my God, the nerds, total nerd power here. Like
Yeah.
they just missed those opportunities. And
That's yeah.
they mishandled Wally West. I think
Yeah.
they um they just could have done better. I think he was better when he was on Legends of Tomorrow
Mhm.
for that half a season. I
Mhm.
think the character came into his own, you know.
Okay.
But on the Flash, I felt like they didn't give him any opportunity to grow, but also makes sense because it's the Flash show, not the Kid Flash show.
Yeah, true, true. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I just felt like I think it has to do with the writing. I think the writing just for the show just changed. Like I feel like I mean I know with TV shows they swap out writers left and right for different episodes. I get it. Some guys stick around throughout the entire seasons, but I felt like the writing just completely changed and the show went in a completely different direction. Going back to the whole Ezra Miller thing, I hope that he gets help, and I'm looking forward to the movie. I mean that might sound selfish, but this is me just speaking as a fan. I'm looking forward to the movie. I've been wanting the movie for years, and like the Flash is one of the very few characters that we haven't seen on screen, like on the big screen, and I'm really
Yep.
interested to see his story and see what they do with it. Basically, well,
Absolutely.
I want to see, because the Speed Force, just like in Spider-Man No Way Home, the Speed Force could literally change the entire trajectory of DC from here on out.
Yep.
So let's see what happens.